train non-stop. Some are witty, some are punny. You might groan, but hey, well, I thought it was funny. So sit back up, let's seize the day. With Lee's coffee chat, you're a laugh away.
Good morning, folks. The time is 9:44 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 30th of June, 2025. Now, of course, that's the 1st of July, Canada Day in the future. For my friends in Australia, my friends all over Australia, but I'm going to say Melbourne because I like saying Melbourne, plus you guys rock. Melbourne's the city with the most members of any other city in the world. We have more members in Melbourne. That's why I keep saying Melbourne. So, folks, I hope everybody's doing great today. Not just the folks in Melbourne, the folks all over the world. I hope everybody's having a great day. Who am I? I'm Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. The group was so funny, we started it twice, my friends. Now we've got two amazing groups full of folks that are funny like you. And folks, I know who you are. You're you, and you're amazing. How do I know you're amazing? These groups were not amazing until you got here. Thank you for being amazing, folks. And thanks for making these groups just awesome. Really appreciate it, my friends. And you know what? We've got 804,400 members in this community of ours. That's right. We've got 803,000 members in the first group we started. They're both called Well, I Thought It Was Funny, by the way. And we've got 1,400 in that second group. That's a pretty big community of funny people. So many people that I'd like to call us, you know what it is, the funniest city on the internet, my friends. Population, us, funny people in a funny place, making people laugh. And you folks really are making people laugh. Hundreds of thousands of people a day, my friends. It's incredible. What have you got on your plate today, my friends? What's going on? What do you got to do? What's happening? You got anything you're doing for fun? Anything you're doing for work? Sometimes those two are the same thing. Why don't you drop a little comment on this video? Anything about yourself and anything about what you're doing, what's happening in your day. We want to hear about you. We are the funniest city on the internet, but let's make us the friendliest city on the internet. Let's build a sense of community. I want to hear from different members every once in a while. I would love if we could make that happen. Now, what I want and what happens is not always the same thing, but I've been trying. I'm asking all the time. And I do have certain people that comment quite often, and I love it. Rose Glad commented on yesterday's video. She is knitting a sweater for a baby shower, and she has to knit fast. Well, you've got this, Rose, and you know you've got this. Hopefully we get a chance to see that when it's done. That would be awesome. But thanks just for sharing, Rose. You know I appreciate that. I want to hear about your day or anything you want to share about yourselves. We'd love to talk about it tomorrow or the next day or the day after. Come on, share, share, share. Myself today, well, of course, I'm working on this video. I've got to do a little bit of computer stuff. I've got some sort of computer maintenance and a little bit of actual maintenance around this computer room. It's looking a little rough. So that's the only things I really have planned today. No work today, so that's what I'm doing. Hopefully it'll make things just run a little smoother down here. So that's all I got going, my friends. Maybe I'll talk to my... Oh, no, he's working, so that's not going to work. We're not going to do the loop. Yeah, that's what I've got going. Don't forget to let me know what you've got going today. I'm sure it's more exciting than what I've got happening. Hey, and also while you're at it, and I ask this all the time, why don't you drop a photo of any of your pets, any or all of your pets? Got a couple of funny posts that I want to share with you. These are two posts this morning that made me laugh, so I decided we're going to feature them today. Now, the first one is from Billie Petty Jean. So let me bring up that post from Billie Petty Jean. And if you're wondering why I bring them up in front of my face, I also post these videos to TikTok and to Instagram, and this just saves me a bunch of editing time. Plus, these posts are funnier than I am good looking. It's a fact. So, all right. I've been on calls like this. Not necessarily a friend's breakup, but I've been on calls like this. Thank you very much, Billy. I really appreciate that. Now, the next one is from Melissa Rinderknecht. I believe that's how you say the name, Melissa Rinderknecht. And let me bring that up right now. And yeah, I've never had one. But I've made a lot of mistakes. I've never had a fish product from McDonald's, and I'm glad I never have. Folks, thank you very much for sharing those funny posts, my friends. And I gotta quit saying my friends. It just sounds disingenuous after a while. It's not disingenuous, but it starts sounding like it. I'm so sorry. I get stuck in sort of grooves. Well, folks, I want to say thank you for sharing all your funny posts. I mean, that's why there's almost 805,000 folks in these groups. It's not because of me. It's because of your funny stuff. So keep those funny posts coming in, and maybe I'll share your post tomorrow. So let's take a look at what we've done here. I know I told you what time it was, starting a little bit later than I should have started. We had a power outage here, though, so that caused a little bit of a delay in getting the video made. And then I told you what the date is on my side of the planet, and on the other side of the planet, for folks all over Australia. But I like saying Melbourne. So it's Canada Day tomorrow already in Australia. It will be Canada Day here tomorrow. And then I asked about your day. I really wanted to hear about your day. We talked about Rose Glad's day yesterday. She said she had some knitting to do. She's got a sweater to finish for a baby shower, and she had to knit fast. So hopefully that's you had a smooth day of knitting. And say hello to the pooches, Rose, for me, please. And let's see, and then I implored you again to please share about your day. Then we shared, speaking of sharing, we featured a couple of great posts that were shared here. One by Billie Petty Jean, and the other one by Melissa Rinderknecht. I'm looking over there, just reading the names to make sure I didn't mess up on them. Those were great posts. Thank you very much, folks. I really appreciate that. And once again, thank you to all those great posts. Then we get to here where I pretend I'm confused, but I'm always a little confused, right? And then we kind of figure out what's going on. And once I figure out what's going on, I quickly yell, "It's time to get to the bad jokes!" Why did the cross-eyed teacher get fired? She couldn't control her pupils. Where do you learn to make banana splits? At Sunday school. Why did the Oreo go to the dentist? It lost its filling. I stayed at a haunted bed and breakfast in France. That place really gave me the crepes. The waiter asked me if I wanted a box for my leftovers. I said, "You know what? You keep them. I'm not really into fighting." Guess who I bumped into on the way to getting my glasses fixed? Everybody. My wife blocked me on Facebook because I post way too many bird puns. Well, two can play at that game. I just bought a good used time machine. They sure don't make them like they're going to. Why was the dumb guy on the roof of the bar? Because somebody told him drinks were on the house. What's the difference between mashed potatoes and pea soup? Well, anybody can mash potatoes. Folks, I really hope you enjoy those jokes. I got 8 of my 10 jokes I got from my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy. Thank you so very much, Wendy. You know what happens is you start looking for jokes, and then all of a sudden the algorithm keeps sending you jokes. So that's what's been happening. She's been getting these reels sent to her, these jokes. I think it's fantastic. It's really making this a lot easier, because finding jokes is not easy. Finding jokes is easy. Finding jokes that you haven't told before, when you've told, 10 jokes every day for well over 200 days, that gets a little difficult. So I really appreciate it when anyone sends me jokes. My buddy Dave sends me jokes quite often, and I really appreciate that. And you'll hear me thank him all the time. You heard me just now thank Wendy. Send me your jokes, and I promise I'm going to thank you for them right here at this portion of the video. I try not to steal jokes. And if you send me a joke, I'm going to let everybody know where I got this joke from. Why? Because you deserve the thanks if you do the work. My friends, send me your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if you want to do something really cool, take the time to record yourself telling a joke. It can be on video, it can be audio, either one. If I can use it, I'm going to use it, and it's going to be great. One of these days you're going to click play on one of these videos. When we get to the joke segment, I'm going to introduce it, and then the next thing you know, there you are, telling a joke. And then maybe 9 other people telling 9 other jokes to make up our joke segment. I want to do that. Let's make that happen. Send your jokes And if you feel like it, send recordings of you telling jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Folks, I got a really bad commercial that I play every day. I'm playing it again today. I wish I could just say, buy my stuff, and have people go buy my stuff, but it doesn't work like that. I got to work for it. And obviously I'm not working well for it. But we do have a great store with some great products in that store. I mean, we got these coffee cups right there. I've got t-shirts. I've got hoodies. Speaking of coffee cups, we've got a 25-ounce to-go cup. That's right. Keep your beverages hot or cold. And it looks great. You're representing at the same time. Stickers, a bunch of stuff. I'm going to stop talking about it right now. I'm going to play my lazy butt commercial. And we're going to come back. We're going to talk about how awesome you are. All right, folks, really quick. We have a great store where we've got these fantastic coffee cups. We've got hoodies. We got shirts. Heck, we got shirts. Look at this. We got shirts. This is my 3/4 sleeve rock shirt, like they call it. Why do I call it that? Because it reminds me of concert shirts that I used to get when I go to concerts. I still get them. I still go to concerts. That's what this reminds me of. We got shirts. We got hoodies. We got a regular t-shirt. I'm going to bring that up right now. You can see all three of them right there, my friends. They look great. They're great quality, and they're going to look good on you because you're already a gorgeous looking person. Gorgeous looking person. Great design. Wow. Unstoppable. Told you I got a coffee cup. I also got a 25-ounce to-go cup. Really good quality cup. Keep your hot beverages hot, your cold beverages cold, and look good and represent the group at the same time. What else do I have? Oh my gosh, my friends, you're not going to believe this. I got a tote bag. I'm sorry, I sound like an idiot. I got this great tote bag. That's Rose Glad there with her tote bag saying not only is it good for groceries, it's good for books. And as you can see right there, it's great for hauling around your rubber chickens. Thank you, Rose. That rocks, and you rock, Rose. Folks, check out our store. We got a lot of cool stuff there, and I'm sure there's going to be something there for you. And if you buy one of our shirts or our hoodie or one of those coffee cups, or we have a phone case, we've got stickers. Let's see how you represent, my friends. So visit the store at store.wellithoughitwas.com. If you want to help me make a better commercial for our store, please contact me at admin@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Thanks for coming here every day. If you do come here every day, thanks for watching this video for the first time. If you're watching this video for the first time, I really appreciate anyone who takes the time out of their day to watch these little videos. I know there's not a lot of content. We've got to work on that. We've really got to work on that. By we, it's me, but I would love your input. Is there anything you'd like to see in one of these videos? Do you want to see maybe, well, I've tried this before, but I'm not consistent. Maybe every week featuring a movie I find funny or a movie you find funny. And we'll talk about that, maybe a mini review and something like that. Funny news of the weird. I don't know. I would really like to flesh these out a bit more. And if you've got any ideas, let me know. If I've mentioned any ideas that you like, let me know what you think. I'm all up for it. I'm also thinking about maybe, and please don't get upset, I haven't made any changes, possibly doing maybe 3 videos a week or every second day. It takes a lot out of me, and I don't think I'm reaching a lot of people. I know I am reaching some people, don't get me wrong. And it's not a pity party. I'm not feeling bad or anything. It's just something I've been mulling, because it does take a lot out of every one of my days making these videos. You are worth it, of course, so I wouldn't mind hearing your input on that too. I'm not threatening to do that. It's something I'm possibly considering. That's all I'm saying. You know, we've got to change things up sometimes, and try to see what works. I'd love to hear your input on these videos. What do you like? What don't you like? I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like saying the same thing all the time, because I feel like I'm just I feel like I sound like I'm just going through the motions. I don't feel like I'm going through the motions, but I think it sounds like that sometimes. I really enjoy the fact, I don't really enjoy, I love the fact that you folks have made these groups just incredibly huge and incredibly funny. And it is worth my while to say thank you to you every day, if you think it's worth your while. And that's what these videos are. They're kind of my way of saying thank you for making these groups just unbelievable, you know. And that's really what I got to say about that. It's just, you folks are amazing. You've made us, well, let's say it again, the funniest city on the internet. Population 800 and, well, pretty close to 805,000, because it grows as we talk, right? And I mean it when I say it's humbling, despite the fact that I'm talking about it. I only talk to you about it anyway, so it's not like I'm blabbing about this out there. Like, guess what? I'm the admin of a Facebook group, blah, 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 right? It's awesome. It's amazing. It's amazing because of you, my friends. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to be here again tomorrow. I'm hoping you're going to be here again tomorrow, too. I'm not going to take anyone for granted, because it's been a bumpy ride along the way, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I appreciate every second that you spend if you're watching one of these videos, and everything you post on these groups. So I hope you're going to be here again tomorrow, too. Maybe we'll have a couple of new people, but even if we don't, we're already we're the funniest city on the internet, and we're the best group in the world, my friends. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny. Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.